Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Force here with what will be my final video coverage of Far Cry 3. I've made my way through majority of the game's campaign and also unlocked most of the points on the two islands, which I can show you here before we get started. And what I wanted to do in this video is a couple of things. First off, well, let me show you here. This is the main island. We started right in this vicinity. I've unlocked all those radio towers, captured all the enemy bases, and here is the game's second island, and as you can see, I've taken most of this as well. In this final video, what I'm going to show you is my capturing of the last 3 camps as well as the final radio tower. I also wanted to give you some closing thoughts on the game as I near completion of its campaign, and yeah, just give you some closing thoughts and show you the last bits of capturing that I have to do. I also want to show you this neat little toy that I just picked up recently, which is... oh yeah, the wingsuit. Oh, this is fantastic. It's like a Just Cause all over again. Wingsuit plus parachute means that if you jump off of any ledge at any relatively decent height, you're able to just kind of glide your way to victory. It's pretty awesome. Really excited that I didn't even know this game was going to have a wingsuit, so I thought that was super cool. All right, so here's one of the 3 remaining camps that we've got to take over. First thing to do is survey the landscape, take a look at how many enemies they are, where they're located, and all of that jazz. The other thing that I do, for one, it's really important to try to take these camps stealthy if you want to maximize your XP gain, because if you, number 1, don't raise an alarm, and number 2, stay stealthy throughout the entire process, you're able to get extra bonus XP, which helps you obviously unlock things sooner. So the first thing I usually do is try to find all of the alarms. You can see there's one right there, one right here, and one over here, and then I find the one that's easiest to take. I think this one will probably be the easiest to take, so that's the one that we're going to go ahead and shoot for. So let me go and make my way around over here, and I'm probably going to want to check. There's probably more guys than the ones that I've marked so far. I think that those are the only ones that I could see from that angle. Normally there's anywhere, I don't know, I would say anywhere between 5 and 6 people normally sitting in one of these camps, and then obviously if they call for reinforcements you get a lot more. So there we go, yeah, there was a few more that I just couldn't see from my prior angle. So I'm going to try to stay stealthy here for as long as possible for the exclusive reason of trying to get bonus XP. So having the bow is a nice way to stay quiet. You could also use silenced weapons, and then throwing rocks, really easy to distract people with that. I mean, that's all you really need to do. Just force that guy to turn around, go up here, and disengage that alarm, and now all alarms and this little outpost have been disabled. So even if I do get caught, I'll lose the full stealth bonus, but what I will gain is the bonus from not having any alarms set off. So we're going to grab this guy here, and then we're going to drag him. This is a little perk that you can get, and then what's going to happen is as soon as I stop moving, he will just be dropped down to the ground. So I can drag him to somewhere that I think it's safer, and him less likely being spotted. And there you go. So we're all set with that. Time to eliminate the next targets. Something else that I found super useful is to consistently open up these cages with animals because number 1, they'll wreak havoc. The other thing too is it provides a pretty good distraction for you. Now I could probably just grab this guy right here, but let me you know what? Let me just grab him. Take him out. No one saw that, so that's good. And if I took that guy out, people would see it. So maybe I'll take him out and then open the cage. Here we go. We're going to go him, and then we're going to quickly open the cage so that people aren't as likely. Oh, did that not? There he is. He's open. So we open the cage, so now people aren't going to be as likely to look over there at that dead body. And I could probably get that guy from here too. One thing I haven't grabbed yet is a silence scope for my... I think they might have seen me. Is a silent scope for my sniper rifle, and that's something I should probably pick up. You know what? I'm just gonna take this guy out here. There we go. And then I think that's the last guy. Oh, no, there's one guy right here. All right, that's fine. I think the tiger's gonna take care of him. There we go. Thank you, buddy. Thanks for the assistance. Outpost taken. As you can see, having a large feline assisting you in such an engagement can help tremendously. So I didn't stay fully stealthy, but I did not trigger any alarms, so I get some bonus XP for that. We still have the tiger walking around, but that's not a big deal. Looks like my buddies here are gonna scare him off with a little bit of gunfire. I'll just let him go. He's just enjoying his day. He had a nice lunch, and he's gonna go about the rest of his day. So I've gotten pretty good at taking out these outposts. Obviously, by now I'm getting close to finishing it up. Something that it's kind of tough. I'm on the fence as to whether or not I think it's a good thing or bad thing in this game. They don't get recaptured at any point. I have yet to see, in my numerous hours playing this game, I have yet to see anyone come and recapture any of these outposts that I've taken. So I don't believe that it happens. A concern, of course, with that is going to be the game's longevity. Now, let me see here. I want to quickly mark the next place that I'm headed to, which is going to be this one right here. So why don't we fast travel to Romeo Camp? And then we'll go right there. So yeah, it kind of worries me, the game's longevity. You'll obviously still have the hunting to do, and I still have the game's campaign to go through. And beyond that, there is, of course, the challenge missions. And what I'm talking about with the challenge missions is, if you look here, let me just zoom in here, for example. So we've got the Path of the Hunter quest, which every time you unlock, or at least at a majority of the outposts that you unlock, there's some sort of either a wanted quest or these little side quests. Those are those blue ones. And then we've got all the Hunter quest over here. I've pretty much done none of these. The only side quests that I did were at the very start of the game. Since then, I've just been focusing on radio towers and capturing the camps. But I still have all of these side quests that I could do. The thing is, once you finish it, that's it. I finished a few of the side quests up here, and as you can see, there aren't any, like, for example, this one, there were some side quests, and this one, there were some side quests. I did those, and now they're not available. But there's still the challenges. There's still, they've got, like, races that you can do. They've got little contests. You can do knife throwing. You can play poker. And then there's the Rakyat challenges right here, the trials of the Rakyats that you can do, and those are also like they're repeatable things that you can try to get a high score for. And I'm actually I think I'm close to one here on the second island. I remember there was one somewhere. Oh yeah, there's a couple of them. Look at all. So we got all these challenges over here. Now these are repeatable. You can do them over and over again. But in the overall world, when they don't have these camps, you're not dealing with enemy soldiers just running around anymore. Like, I don't encounter any enemy soldiers on the main island. The only time I did is when I was going through the game's main story. So that means that this whole open world, as far as I can tell, unless there's something that I don't know or that I haven't seen yet, this whole open world, once you've taken over all those posts, then that's it. You know, the only real threat to you will be animals, the wildlife, and that's it. You could, of course, replay the game. You start up a new campaign and do that. And again, there are those challenges and stuff, but I mean, that is something that kind of stinks. Maybe they can patch something in, or maybe it does happen and I just haven't seen it. But I've played for, I don't know, I want to say 10 to 15 hours so far, maybe 10 to 12, but I've definitely played for a sizable chunk here, and I have yet to see any of these camps get retaken. So that's what I'm basing that off of. All right, we got another camp up here, and uh-oh, there's some guys right here. Don't want them to see me. I don't even know what's going on. I don't want to spoil any of the story right now, but I'm sort of being super stealthy right now, infiltrating some people. It's kind of what's going on. So sometimes they'll see me, but they won't be detected. It's only when I start shooting people in the face that that they start raising alarms and being concerned. All right, what do we got up here? A waterfall. Yeah, so that is a concern for mine. With that said, however, we have all of the co-op with this game. We still have all those trials that you can do over and over again. I know that they plan DLC for this game, of course, so maybe that'll add an additional island or just another location that you can do. But I hope that I'm wrong on that. I hope there's a way for those to get retaken over by the enemies, because otherwise, I don't know. There's no threat besides wildlife? Like, that doesn't seem very... You know what I mean? Also, though, I say that, but at the same time, like I just mentioned, I'm about 2/3 of the way through the story. I haven't done hardly any side missions, and I've already spent 10 to 15 hours on the game. So, I mean, how much can you really complain about that? That alone, you know, there are many games that are even shorter with everything complete, you know? So, I guess it just depends on what kind of experience you want. You know, we've talked about this potentially being like a Skyrim with guns, and I think that might have been a little premature of a statement. It's got the open worldness, and it's got a lot of those aspects, but obviously Skyrim, things are continuously coming back, and that doesn't appear to be the case here. I don't want to harp on that anymore. Let's now focus on taking over this post. Because for the time spent and the time that I still have remaining, this game continues to be a blast. So, alright, well, this is really easy because there is one alarm right here. This is obviously the one that I'm going to take over. All the way up on the high ground. Now let me distract this guy, throwing a rock right here. So he's just going to walk over there, and then I can just go whoop. This is mine. Now let's see if we can stay stealthy with this. Okay, no one's seen me yet. Uh-oh. Oh, those are animals that I hear. Okay. I was like, who's yelling at me? All right. They've done a pretty good job of varying up the camps, especially here on the second island. They just look they look quite different. The layout and everything like that. There's someone told me that it was called a cassowary or something like that. Sorry, I don't know my predatorial birds that well. Let's let the cassowary out. Wreak havoc, sir. Help me out here. Alright, so he's going to start to walk towards those people. It's really hard to take any compost completely by stealth when there are heavies, but without any heavies, it's much easier. Because the heavies you just can't instantly kill. I've tried to, and maybe I just did it wrong, but I wasn't able to knife any of them. Which is surprising me. I would imagine you could find a weak spot in their little, you know, their body armor and just go for that. Okay, so I still haven't been spotted, even though I've been taking out people pretty much in the open. So we're doing all right here. That guy's suspicious. Oh, I'm so getting spotted here. There's no way. Not yet, though. Still not yet. Those two guys, I think there was a guy right down over there. I don't have him marked, though. So I better be careful. This guy's coming up. No, he's down below. All right. There's one. Mark him. Okay. This guy's by himself over here, so this will be an easy drop kill. And then we just got a couple more, and I think we might get this one fully by stealth. That'd be fantastic. All right, let me show you a little back-to-back kill here. Ready? Knife kill and then throw knife. There, love it. And that's the Outpost by stealth, so we should see extra XP reward here. Holy heck. Excuse me. Whoa. What? That wasn't by... Are you kidding? Damn it. It's worked in the past like that. I realized that I had people running around, but they didn't see me at any point. Yeah, whatever. Garbage, rubbish. Okay, so that is one remaining. We're almost there. Last two, we've got the tower and a final outpost, and that's going to be it. What I also wanted to do with this video is ask those of you who have the game and are playing the game, what are your thoughts on it? You know, what are your overall thoughts on it? I expressed the concern about the issue with non-contested camps, I guess is the proper vocabulary for it. You know, these camps that aren't getting taken back over by the enemy. Far as I can tell, like while that concerns me, because it doesn't seem like you could just continuously do it over and over again. There's still so much to do here in the campaign, aside from the game's multiplayer and co-op. You know, And once more, there are the trials, and there's all sorts of other things that you can do that can keep you occupied and spending time playing. So it's not like the content isn't there, and it's not like by the end of this, I fully foresee myself sinking at least probably about 20 hours just into the campaign alone, let alone, you know, forget about the co-op and multiplayer. I mean, I honestly don't know how much I'll play the multiplayer, but that's just because of time, not because I couldn't. The opportunity is there. If you're one of, I suppose I'd say a normal gamer, and you're, you know, playing about one, oh crap, and you're, as always, Force's fantastic driving, and you're playing, you know, just a handful of titles at a time. Someone in my position on a weekly basis playing multiple new games that are coming out, or previewing new games, or going into betas. I mean, I just got into, what did I just get into? I just got in the beta for Wizardry Online. I wasn't too impressed when I first logged in and played about 20 minutes, but I'm going to give the game more time than that before I judge it. But that's just an example. There's always these new things coming up besides new releases, you know, upcoming games, all this stuff that takes up my time. But if you're an average gamer, and if you're like myself before I started doing what I do now professionally, then you're probably only playing 1 or 2 games at any given time. And gosh, if you haven't picked this up yet, this is going to be well worth your money. There's absolutely no question about that. Well worth the money. There's so much to be seen and so much to do in this game, and just absolutely, it's very well done. And I think that's the thing that a game. Did you guys see that? You must have seen that. Holy heck. That bear just wrecked the face of that person. But I've got a flamethrower. And it's going to spread some fire here. Dynamic fire. Spreading like crazy. Another thing that I love about this game, that's so awesome. Fire spreads. You apply this to anything flammable, even remotely, and it's got an avenue to spread, it is going to do so. Look at that. Look at that. It continues to spread. It must be a windy day. It is cool. I like it a lot. Again, do some more over here and some more right here. Just, yeah, go fire. Go crazy. I think that's so cool. And it looks cool, too. The visuals, everything about this game. So the advantage, as I was saying, the advantage that a game like Far Cry 3 has over Skyrim, I love Skyrim to death. You know, I played so much. I did this Let's Play series that unfortunately I didn't end up ever finishing, and unfortunately I don't know if I'll ever get back around to it, but yeah, I think that game's fantastic. I love Elder Scrolls and all that, but the thing that I like about this over something like that is just the combat's good. You know, this is a good shooter on top of the openness and all the options and all the things that you can do. This is actually an enjoyable moment-to-moment game, and the overall experience of Skyrim is very enjoyable, but the combat, it's just lackluster. That's always been a complaint, and that's because it's always been an issue. It's not because I'm super stupid. Let me just say what everyone else says about this. No, it's really that, you know, I'm going to try something. I don't think this is going to work, but I'm going to try to paraglide and drop off the glider on top of the tower. I don't think that this is going to work. I think this is going to fail miserably, but can give it a shot, can we? All right, maybe if I just try crashing into it, maybe this will work too. Ready? Here we go. Yeah, that didn't work. In what world, in what situation, in what scenario would that have worked? I don't know. I thought I'd give it a shot. Oh wow, I got a quick save right at the bottom? How fantastic. Okay, so final tower, final capture point. We'll wrap up this video. We'll wrap up our thoughts on Far Cry 3. Finishing up the campaign. Let me talk on the campaign. I'm not going to spoil a thing. What I'll say is that the campaign took a crazy turn that I was not expecting. It just went out to left field. I mean, there's just some absurdness that happens, but it's very well voice acted. It's very well put together, and if you play this game, whether or not you like the twist or turn, you have to admit it's entertaining. It was entertaining. I'm not sure about the direction that they took with it. I don't know. It's hard for me to voice my feelings, and I don't want to talk too much on it for the. Oh, damn it! Freaking. What's doing what it's supposed to? So what happens is if you're hopping over something, he does this slide thing that you saw there, and Sometimes, if you do that slide in the wrong spot, I wanted to jump over it. Instead of jumping over, he did his little fancy slide and then slid off the side and fell on the ground. Thank you, Jason Brody. I appreciate it. So yeah, back on track here. Whether or not you like the twist that the story takes, you have to admit it's entertaining. And I'm not gonna go into detail because I don't want to spoil it, but it's very well put together. It's very well voice acted. I still have yet to see the actual literal conclusion of the game. So I might, you know, maybe in just a future random video, I'll talk about what my thoughts on that is, but I don't know. It's fantastic. So we're gonna try this again. Hopefully he doesn't do his little thing. Okay, so come on. Am I missing something here? Should I be... Ugh! Don't fall! Ugh. Okay, so we've got this one. This is obvious. And then I need to go over there. But this is proving problematic. See? Oh, Lord. I thought he was about to do it again. I was about to be super pissed off. Okay, there we go. I've never had that much trouble climbing one of these towers. This is the sort of thing that happens when you record commentary on a video. Just facepalm moments all over the place. What are you gonna do though, huh? You just gotta live with it. And here is our final radio tower capture. Dun da da da. Beautiful. All right, a couple points. That's nice. Success. Radio tower activated, and we should get something that says, yeah, there you go. Skill points earned as well. Let's go into that. Let me show you the tree here. Oh, so we got 3 skill points. So as you can see, I've unlocked pretty much everything. Keep in mind, again, this is pretty much without doing any side quests and not even finish the main campaign here. Oh, yes. So there we go. This is what it is. I couldn't kill with a knife stealth kill prior, but I am now because I'm able to kill heavies. Standard takedown is now powerful enough to kill a heavy gunner or flamer. So there we go. That's fantastic. And get some of these, get some of these. So yeah, I've pretty much unlocked almost everything without hardly doing any side quests. So I guess that just shows you, do you need the side quest for XP to finish leveling up? Evidently not, because I haven't. And now we have got one final spot, which is right here. The final enemy location here in Far Cry 3 for me to take over. So we could zipline, but why would we zipline when we can wingsuit? And I'm going to deploy our parachute here as we get close. Yeah. This is fantastic. Force, you need to deploy your chute faster, or else you will crash into the side of the mountain and die. That should have just zip lined all over the place here, all over the place. All right, this place is supposed to be marked. Oh well, we're coming up on it right here, anyways. Final enemy location to take over. All right, guys, here we go. Doing this a little bit different though, because I don't have high ground here, so I'm not getting a good vision of the location prior to walking into taking it. Let me see though if I can, just sitting on the outskirts, figure stuff out here. Try to find the best place to take out the alarm. Okay, so we got one alarm over there, one over there, and is there a third one? Just see those 2 for now. All right, so we got those 2. That one, I don't know, there's a heavy right there, but I can distract him with a rock, so that might be what I do. If we distract him with a rock, I should be able to grab that. So why don't we throw a rock behind him here? There we go. Look at that. See how easy that is, guys? And heavy knife takedown, which I was not able to do prior. I am so happy that I unlocked that right before we finish this video. Yeah, I was going to, it's gonna take him, but it looks like he's pretty close to enemies there, or friends of his. I don't know if these are the last. I feel like there must be more guys here. Maybe not, though. Let me distract this guy. Come over here, buddy. Watch this. Ready? This will be great. I'm going to throw a rock over there so those guys are distracted, and then lure this guy a little bit closer. Come here. Huh? What's that noise? What is that noise? Does anyone know? Got him. This guy. And we've got 2 more. I think that might be it, unless there's a guy that I didn't spot. We're gonna do our double knife kill, which is a talent. Is that it? No, there's someone else. There he is. Damn it. Ugh, I knew there was gonna be someone else. Just knew it. Well. If we can't go out stealthily, might as well go out in a blazing glory. Alright guys, well there you go. I have captured all outposts and taken over all towers here in Far Cry 3. I still have all the side missions to do. I still have to complete the main quest, and I still have these little repeatable trials that I can do over and over again. So let me ask you guys, final thoughts, what you think of the game if you have been playing it, if you've been enjoying it. It's going to continue to give my thumbs up, and if there are some of you out there who have not picked up the game yet and have been on the fence about it, I suggest doing so. Just get it. It's damn good. It's well worth the money spent. Gonna get tons and tons of hours. This is Bad News Bears. You're gonna get lots of playtime in this game. And it's good. It is good playtime too. The quality is up there. Easy contender for one of my games of the year, no doubt. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like the content, please subscribe, and as always, keep watching and keep owning.